Take Paws has been made possible by support from the following Community Foundation of Broward funds. And by Broward County Animal Care and Adoption, where you can adopt a new best friend for life. Hi there, and welcome to Take Paws. I'm your host, Mike Moscatello, along with my little buddy, Fang. If you're a cat lover, this adoptable kitty sure would like to meet you and go home with you. Of course, you have to be ready for the responsibilities that come along with a new kitty. One issue that can be a challenge for cat owners is politely dubbed inappropriate elimination, which basically means eliminating places that are not the litter box. It's a very frustrating issue for some cat owners. But fortunately, there are plenty of ways to get your cat moving in the right direction.
As a veterinarian and as a pet owner, I've had many cats over the years and a lot of experience with kitty cats, both living with them and taking care of them. They're very popular pets. They're the most popular pet in the United States because most cat owners do own more than one cat, whereas most dog owners will just have one or maybe two dogs. And so there are more dog owners in the United States, but there are more cats owned as pets. They outnumber dogs as the most popular pet. Cats are fabulous pets. People like them because of the companionship. They respond to people, they're very interactive. And they're also our most low maintenance pet. Aside from reptiles, which really don't interact with you, kitty cats will interact, but you can leave for a weekend, you can leave some food out, and typically the kitty cats will take care of themselves and do fine. There are a few downsides to having kitty cats as pets, which can be a concern to people. Some of the things that we most think about right off the bat, of course, is scratching the furniture, which is not always a problem. Oftentimes you can train them out of that and it's not a problem for them. The other thing that we think about is, of course, the litter box. We see all the ads for the different types of cat litter. We know that nothing's perfect, so we have to maintain the litter box. But one problem that a lot of people don't know about, but leads to the #1 symptom why veterinarians see kitty cats, is what we call inappropriate elimination. An inappropriate elimination is the nice way that we say peeing outside of the litter box. It can be on carpet, it can be on furniture, it can sometimes be on walls, and it can be sometimes on countertops and really unacceptable places. The kitty cats come for this reason. It's a symptom that's just not bearable for their human owners to live with. And so inappropriate elimination or peeing outside of the litter box is the #1 reason that cats are surrendered to animal shelters and animal control organizations all over the United States. And it's the #1 reason that veterinarians see cats is for urinary issues. So if your kitty cat is peeing out of the box or expressing what we like to call nicely inappropriate elimination, the first step is to figure out why it's happening. There are a lot of different reasons. You can have one category of medical reasons that it happens and another category of behavioral reasons that it happens. And there's a lot of possibilities in both categories. As far as medical reasons that it can happen, you can be dealing with the most common thing, urinary tract infection. Sometimes the cat has not been neutered and they're spraying inappropriately. Kitty cats can get bladder stones, and that can cause problems with the bladder and discomfort, and they pee outside of the box. We can also get inflammation of the bladder, which causes problems. And we can have problems elsewhere in the body, such as kidney disease that makes too much urine, and then they eliminate inappropriately and have difficulty. So your first step really, if you're experiencing this problem with your kitty cat, is to go to your veterinarian and go through the step-by-step process of finding out, is this a medical issue or is it a behavioral issue? And oftentimes it's often better if it's a medical issue because then you can address it. So the other category of possibilities is behavioral. And there are several different possibilities there. It can be stress related if there's something going on in the house, be it construction, company, changes of any sort. Some cats appreciate that as stress. They don't exhibit it externally that you can see, but it does affect them. And their number one symptom for expressing that stress or anxiety is to pee outside of the box. They also can have anxiety between one another, aggression or dominance issues that again are very low key, and as people, as humans, we can't appreciate that that's going on in our household because they seem to be just one sitting on one side of the house and the other one on the sofa, and it doesn't seem like there's anything amiss, but they really are interacting with one another either by looking at each other or what have you. And with the intercat anxiety, one of them will be uncomfortable and will pee outside of the box. Some people will ask me if dogs can have inappropriate elimination problems, and yes, they can, but it's much more, almost always a medical issue. Either they haven't been neutered, or they haven't been neutered in a timely fashion, and the habit of marking territory has become ingrained. They do commonly get bladder stones, which will lead to peeing where they're not supposed to, and they can get urinary tract infections. But dogs in general don't have the behavioral aspect of inappropriate elimination that the cats have. And so usually if a dog is expressing inappropriate elimination, it's much more treatable. So if you're experiencing this at your home, if your cat is urinating out of the box or eliminating inappropriately, you do want to do something sooner as opposed to later, because once they do it over and over again, you're going to end up with a habit that's harder to break or a problem that's harder to cure. So get your kitty cat to your veterinarian, let that doctor take a look, an examination, get a history, and do whatever tests are necessary so we can know if we're dealing with a medical or behavioral problem and get it addressed as soon as possible.
If you'd like to help support Take Paws through sponsorship or by making a donation, call 754-321-1000 or go to BECON-TV.